CPS School District, Cincinnati. This is heartbreaking.
2023, he collapsed. He was not offered any CPR, any chest compressions. The AED machine was not used. We were told by the school principal that 911 told them not to use the AED because he was having a seizure. He did not have a seizure. We got the autopsy report back. He had a heart emergency, a sudden cardiac arrest. He was left on the floor for over 7 minutes with no help from one person in the school. The first person that called 911, her name is Miss Allen. She reported the seizure. 911 said, "Would you like first aid, instructions, or help?" And she said no, and got off the phone. The second person that called 911 was the school secretary, Miss Atkinson. They asked Miss Atkinson some questions. She said, "Oh, I don't know if he's conscious or not. Dante, is he conscious?" And Dante said, What? She wasn't even close enough to care what was going on. And so then when Dante heard her, he said that he was conscious, but he was not. He was dying on the floor with no pulse, with no air from his co-workers that say they loved him, with no chest compressions, with no AED used. The official statement from Cincinnati Public School, because I went to the news, they gave an official statement that said the AED was retrieved and being readied for usage. That, friends, is not true. Be careful with your children and your families and your loved ones in Cincinnati Public Schools, because not only are they not transparent, they are dishonest, they are incompetent, they are uncaring, all of those things. We have 3 children, 14, 18, and 28. Not one kind word from Cincinnati Public Schools, not one. So be very, very careful. Do not trust this school system with your children. Friends, I ask you not to trust this school system with your children's lives, because they are not ready to step in a medical emergency. I heard that they had them all trained this summer. I doubt if that's true. And on top of it, the school reached out on Facebook for next of kin during the emergency, reached Dorian Adams' plumber, Dion Smith, that came to the hospital, pretended to be Dorian's brother. The doctor met with that person, gave that person all of the information. And when our 28-year-old daughter showed up there, he said, "Don't give her the information. I'm next of kin." The only reason he could show up there is because Cincinnati Public School, Covedale Elementary School, reached out on Facebook during a medical emergency. Friends, I beg you, you do not want this kind of pain. Do not trust this school system. Do not trust Miss Wright. Do not trust Mark. Do not trust any of them. And that is a fact. It is a fact, a fact. We got the 911 calls. My number is 289-3227. If you wish to get them and see how they operate, please call, because I will text them to you. Garbage. Your school system is garbage. Your teachers that do not step in to save a life, garbage. Your principal, Miss Kemp, a liar. When she would see me protest out the side of the school, she would wave to me with her her convertible. You don't know because you never even called back. You didn't call back and you didn't email. So you do not know. You do not know. Garbage, friends. Do not trust these people with your children. Do not trust these people with your children.